why futures? Why indices or an index? And what is it to begin with? So the S&P 500, 500 companies that have the highest market cap in the US. The index itself is built on a point system. When you look at, for instance, right now on the right-hand jigsaw display, the market's at 1521.50. That's in points. So the way it works is that they take the entire market capitalization of the 500 companies. Each company has a specific weight. 20% of the index is composed more or less by the tech companies, whereas on the NASDAQ, it's just 100 companies, 50% more or less. Once again, it varies depending on the market cap of companies or stocks that are constituting those. So 50% of the NASDAQ is constituted with tech companies, the likes of NVIDIA. With regards to the S&P 500, on the right-hand side, if you look at the order book, it has more pending order than the NASDAQ. We'll get to what a pending order is in a second, but the idea is it moves substantially slower than the NASDAQ. How do the future markets operate? The NASDAQ and the S&P 500 are just indices. They don't have any, I'm going to say, intrinsic value. So if you look at the market, it says 5022. You can't assign any dollar value to that. That's just an index that's been built to represent whether the US economy is doing well or not. If it goes up, it means that the underlying market caps aggregated by weight or globally going up. If it goes down, it means the reverse. Similarly for the NASDAQ. So it's just a sort of barometer. Oh, look at that. That was a quite interesting move on the yeah. In terms of the futures contract, it enables you at a future term. So right now we're looking at two indices, the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. Those are the mini contracts for March 2024, so next month. That's when they come to term to expiry. It was designed to hedge and to speculate, to cut a long story short. When you talk about future contracts and mini contracts, they actually assign a value to each point. If we talk about the S&P 500, and let's stick to that for now. It's interesting to look at the Nasdaq, but we'll focus with this one. Each tick represents 12.5 US dollar. A point is $50. That's a mini contract. And these mini contracts can be broken down into micro contracts. It enables you to take smaller position, to have less exposure to the market, etc.